Hey, Pop Rockers, how you going today? We've got Royal Drue, a special guest with us today. Royal Drue's released a couple of new songs, Body and Cinderella, and we're talking about the latest track, Body. Hey, Royal Drue, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm really happy now because I'm just I'm fanning on really big time because I've been watching new music. Cinderella, when I saw Cinderella come out, it was just on repeat, constant repeat. And then I got a copy of Body, did the same thing. And just recently I saw the live acoustic version of Body. That just sent me over the top. That was just I love it. It's talk us through how you had obviously you wrote Body. How did you come up with, like, if anyone's listened to the lyrics, it's pretty self-explanatory, but
very self-explanatory.
Yeah. How did you what was the motivation? What caused you to write that song?
I mean, I've been a pretty outspoken person all my life, so and then I don't know, it's just a topic that people like to kind of just push away, and I don't know, it's to find the right words to put this song together, just because obviously like women and women's sexuality is kind of always just like pushed down, like you're supposed to be like really demure, polite, and like, you know, this topic is quite taboo for some. So I really wanted to find the right words to put it together, and I actually co-wrote this one with one of my best friends, and we just started putting this song together, and it all just fell into place. So yeah,
because when I heard it, I was straight away reminded and taken to Carly Rae Jepsen. Now, people think Call Me Maybe, whatever, but she had some other songs like Party for One and a few others out there that were also pushing the boundaries without actually getting there. I think you've done a really good job with Body and explaining it, and it's something that I think that, you know, musically was done really, really well.
Thank you.
So that's quite all right. The video clip for the live acoustic version, that who came up with that? Because that's an amazing idea. It's like almost like it was prepped for a live TV talk show, MTV morning show. It was fantastic.
Thank you so much. That live video, that one came together quite organically. Like when it comes to doing a live video like that, you don't really have to plan too much because it's all just about capturing the performance in the moment. So I definitely knew I actually did, for my birthday this year, I did like a bit of an exclusive live performance for like close friends and family of some of my new songs. And we did an acoustic set, and this song felt the best. So I was like, oh, I definitely need to do a live version of it for the release because it just felt so special in the room. So got the team together. The boys in my band recorded it and mixed it down, and then they also had a friend of theirs that has done some work for them film it for us. And it just my team is great. That's all I have to say. So they really understood the brief, and we filmed it at one of my other good friends, florist in Melbourne called Pollen Flowers. So he set up the shop for us, and he did all the set design. So then once that was all done, we just captured the live performance, and that was that. So it was actually quite organic the way it came together.
So as a favour, we're all going to get on to, what was the florist name again?
Pollen Flowers.
We have to get on Pollen Flowers and order something.
Absolutely.
Help support. Yeah.
It's such a pretty shop. People always like walk past it in the city and take photos in front of it just because it's so pretty.
You can see people in the background of the video walking past, looking in, and it was like,
I've been waiting for someone to bring that up. Not a single person said it. You're the first one, and I'm glad you did, because I've definitely there's like one guy who gets caught there looking for a little while, and you can see him getting a bit awkward in the background. But
I was waiting for a sign. I was waiting for a sign like "Good morning, Koshy" or something like that.
Maybe for the next one.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to push it so that they get you on the show, because it's
yeah. Oh, that'd be great.
I like it better when I keep the lights on. I do it better when I'm on my own, all alone. Touch and go, house knows. I like it better when I keep the lights on. I get better when I hear the right song. When you're gone, what's wrong? Naughty thoughts keep a girl high. I can't keep my hands off myself. I'm loving every feeling that I feel when I'm touching on my body, body. When I'm thinking of your body, yeah, yeah.
But you did just mention.
I
What other
did
music
mention
you got?
other music. Oh, you'll have to wait and see. There might be a few surprises coming
Yep.
before the end of this year. That's all you're gonna get from me.
Oh, wicked! Looking forward to it.
Hmm.
Alrighty. All right, we're getting through the list of questions. I'm just stumped. I'm just, like I said, I'm fanning on. It's like, oh yeah, I've been waiting for this episode, like, to better this for ages. 'Cause
Alright.
I remember I messaged you. I messaged you ages ago and said, "Oh, do you want to get on the
Yeah,
podcast?"
when Cinderella came out. When Cinderella came out, I remember you messaged
Yep.
me, and then we were talking back and forth for a bit, and then other things slowed
Yeah.
down a bit, and then you chased me up again. Being very persistent, and I love it. That's why I'm here.
Yeah. Yeah, no, we love it. I love it. It's great music. What I want to mention
So
was
glad.
I like colours. I'm a colourful person. As you can see, our logos, it's pink, greens, yellows, it's bright. And what I noticed was in your film clips, everything is nice and bright and colourful. And is that like something that you project? Is like colours? You see people that are like they just wear one tone, but
Yeah.
you ever think like in the Cinderella, it was a colourful set. In the video for Body, it's a colourful set. Is that something you bring out yourself? Is that?
Yeah. So before I started putting this project together, like I knew what I was doing. I had the songs ready to go. I went through a process of going through what my branding was going to be like. So I work with a lady called Jo McAlpin, and she's amazing. She's done all of my branding for everything Royal Drue, every single release. She's done it all. And we collaborated for a while and did heaps of brainstorming and decided what we wanted the brand to look like and what we wanted to feel like. She was so thorough. Which was really great, because then we ended up with our perfect color palette. We wanted it to be nice, bright, and colorful. We have certain colors that we use quite often as well. We also have to coordinate with my very bright orange hair. The colors definitely was a part of the branding. It was definitely all planned.
Yeah.
And music feels colorful.
I used to have orange hair.
Did you?
I used to have orange hair.
More people should have orange hair. I love it. It's super fiery.
Yeah. I used to have orange hair. People used to laugh at me.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. And then I went to a red. I had red in there as well at one stage. It was I had it blended, so it was red and orange together. The worst thing about red is it fades to pink, and people look at you. It's like, no, it's supposed to be red and orange.
Well, pink is great too. All of the colors great. As you can tell, I love all of the colors from all of my clips.
Yep. So, how did you get to where you are now? Where were you, like? Obviously, you didn't just rock up, say, "Hey, I'm Royal Drue, here I am," and start singing with this amazing voice and amazing talent. How did you hone your craft?
I've been doing music. Well, I mean, I've always loved performing ever since I was a little kid. And I was a very loud child, and my parents had to do something about that for me to channel all of my energy. So they put me straight into, my sister, who's older than me, was doing dance classes. So they put me into dancing first, and I used to get really bored in dance classes and end up talking to all the parents. So then they pulled me out of dancing and they put me into acting, singing, and dancing. So all three at like a theatre production company. And ever since then, I really stuck to acting and singing, and then I kind of just focused in on music. There comes a point where you have to choose. So I did acting and singing all throughout high school. And then as I got to like year 12, I really focused in on music, and then I studied it. I did my bachelor degree at university after high school as well. Studied music for 3 years, met some amazing musicians, and I've just been doing lots of gigs ever since, and working with other artists and writing. It's just kind of how it happened. So I've always been a working
Yep.
musician. Leading up to this, so I didn't just wake up one day and was like, oh, here it goes. That probably happened very young.
It's a lot of hard work being an overnight success. It takes a long time.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So you did mention gigs. Are you performing live shows at the moment? You out and about, or are you just in the studio recording, or what are you doing?
So I do perform in another group called Sunshine and Disco Faith Choir, which is a really cool gospel techno crossover project. So Sunshine, who's the DJ, she runs that project, and then she has like a 10 to 12 piece choir that sings over the top of like techno music, which is really mad. We've been doing that for a few years now, and it's taken off quite well. So we've been playing some good shows for that one. We've been traveling interstate for a few of those shows as well this year. So I'm always playing with them. And then there's definitely a live show on the cards for Royal Drue. So it'll be my debut headline show. My band is currently building the live set as we speak. And there'll be some announcements very, very soon. The live show will be this year. So
will you be coming to Western Australia?
I won't be coming to Western Australia this year. Hopefully, if the demand is high, I will be there sometime in the near future. So everyone in Western Australia, really pump those tunes and I'll be there.
We may have to come to... Are you in Melbourne, Victoria?
Yeah, I'm in Melbourne. Yeah,
we'll have to come there. It might be easy for us to go there. So I just want to quickly touch on, you said about the gospel singing and the techno gospel crossover. How is it, if you put that alongside Body, they're like poles apart. How do you...
Well, yeah, it sounds that way. But I think if you see the project live, you'll kind of understand how the two work together. So I perform as Royal Drue in this project, in the gospel techno crossover project. And it kind of just works. There's 4 lead singers that sing in that group, and I'm one of them. And you kind of just work to your strengths for each song. So Sunny actually handpicks the songs that she wants us to sing based on our performing ability and our style. So I tend to get the songs that are probably closer to the pop side, but they're still got lots of soul in them. So it is a little bit different, and obviously the track underneath is quite different, but the vocal is pretty similar just because it's my voice. So
I also want to mention Cinderella, the video clip in Cinderella, all the different themes in there. How fun was that, playing like all those personalities, those roles in that clip?
Oh, so much fun. I got to be 6 different people at once. It was a crazy 2-day shoot. We did 3 characters a day. So the changeovers were insane. We actually shot it at my...
I know.
Yeah?
Actually frightened of a couple of them personalities. So.
Yeah. Well, the idea of it was to... represent just different sides to a personality. Like, you don't have to just be one thing, and that's the message with that song, is like, you know, you don't have to commit to being one person all the time. I'm always constantly changing as a person, and I never want to be tied down and put in a box, and that's what that song is representing, and that's what I hope that listeners have taken away from that. So obviously the characters are quite exaggerated versions, so they're all parts of my personality but exaggerated versions of it, and that was half the fun of it too.
Yeah.
Dog barking in the background.
I saw a good dog snoring on the floor down here there.
Bless them.
So,
cute.
Yeah, no, it's good. You can't live life without pets, I tell you that much.
No, cannot.
So I want to also ask quickly about who do you find your inspiration from? Who do you draw inspiration? Do you have any role models in the industry that you look forward to and get inspiration from them?
Yeah, I am hugely influenced. Like, my first ever musical love was Pink. I loved Pink as a kid. I probably shouldn't have, because her music was very inappropriate, but she just had such a cool, badass energy that I always wanted to live up to, and I feel like that's what Royal Drue is now. So a lot of the attitude that gets put and the playfulness that gets put into this project was definitely inspired by Pink. I also love Taylor Swift's songwriting, which you can probably hear in there too, which is not far off from Carly Rae. I also love this artist called Rina Sawayama. I'm not sure if you've heard of her. She's
Nah.
a British pop artist. She's British Japanese. Amazing music. It's really, really cool what she's doing. I just like people who have personality, who are doing something different in whichever way it works. So they stand out in their own ways. Yeah. So those are probably my top 3 at the moment. Yeah.
I was DJing a few years back, a lot of years back, many years back, when Pink just started coming onto the scene. And we, in the club, we had a Pink party.
I love it.
And we had like responsible drink discounts for every time a Pink song come on. And that was wicked. But what is your favorite Pink song?
Favorite Pink song? That's so hard. I mean, I can tell you what my favorite album is. My favorite album is the I'm Not Dead album, which is the first album I ever bought with my own pocket money. The first half of that album, all of those songs are my favorite, I would say. Yeah, I really love that album. Yeah. Yeah.
So what's I'm trying to get some gossip out of you about some new music coming up.
Oh, you can try. Let's go.
What do you got? Okay, are you like Taylor Swift? Do you write your songs about your ex-boyfriends, girlfriends, partners?
What I like about Taylor Swift's writing is that she is a great storyteller.
Yep.
I also like that she doesn't exactly disclose what she has definitely written the song about. Yep. So I like that idea of, the song has a personal meaning to me, but I want it to have personal meaning to my listeners as well. I like to give a bit of insight about what the song is about, but I'm not prepared to throw people under the bus.
I saw that cheeky wink you gave me in your film clip in Body in the shop.
Oh yeah.
In the flowers, a little cheeky wink. I was like, that's not me, fellas. You doesn't. My kids right now are going, Dad, you are. But I've got to say, how are you getting much play with them songs in Melbourne and on the East Coast?
So I got a premiere on Triple J Unearthed, which was really cool because it was my first ever release. So I got that for Cinderella. And there's some word that both of the songs might be getting some airtime on Triple J Unearthed again soon, which is good. It's been getting some great community play. It's doing well. Like there's been some nice write-ups as well, which have been cool. Lots of people are reaching out to me again.
Well, they should. No negative feedback because they are awesome songs.
Thank you so much. I'm getting some really great feedback. It's really good to hear. After you work on these songs for such a long time, you don't know how it's going to go, and then you release it and it's good, but then you're like, oh, is it good? And then people listen, and then the feedback's really nice. Yeah, it's good to hear.
Oh, it's really, really, really good to hear. So, all right, well, we might start cutting it short, start cutting it up, and let you get back to your life. And we're going to get back to doing what we do. I'm just going to sit here and just listen to your music for a bit and fade out in the background. But I've got to say, they're great songs. I wish you all the best with your new music and everything else. So,
thank you so much.
Good luck with everything.
Thank you so much for your support.
So,
and everything. Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
White noise, phase out, trying to channel in, network down, pull out, plug in, my mind can't help from going there, going down. I can't help my I can't keep my hands off myself. I cannot deny everything I feel when I'm touching on my body, when I'm thinking of your body, yeah. And I can't keep my hands off myself. I'm loving every feeling that I feel when I'm touching on my body, when I'm thinking of your body, yeah. Body, when I'm thinking of your body, yeah. How bright, V-line, picking up, throwing down, you know how. Green eyes, feels right. Doesn't matter if it goes all night. And these feelings I'm feeling, I feel it. Hot flush, rush, I'm close, so close, don't stop me. I'm almost there. 2 beats and maybe I know myself too well. I can't keep my hands off myself. I cannot deny everything I feel when I'm touching on my body, when I'm thinking of your body, yeah. And I can't keep my hands off myself. I'm loving every feeling that I feel when I'm touching on my body, when I'm thinking of your body, yeah. I like it better when I keep the lights on. I do it better when I'm on my own, all alone. Touch and go, hit the right songs and nobody else knows. I like it better when I keep the lights on. I get better when I hear the right song. When you're gone, what's wrong? Loaded thoughts keep a girl high. I can't keep my hands off myself. I'm loving every feeling that I feel when I'm touching on my body,